Okay then.
Good day, Bodyweight Nate fam. Y'all know I always like to start off the vid with a joke. You come in and you're on bodyweight, my knees hurt. Every time I bend down, I get a crack in my back. Well, you're here. We're gonna jump off, get straight into it. The pool's cold and we're diving in. The materials you're gonna need for today's class, guys. Your yogi blocks, a stool or a chair, and then a pole. So the cues in my ground squat are the exact same as a mountain pose, except today we're going to introduce 2 new cues. 3 possibly, I don't know. I'm going to strip to shorts.
Ew.
You can't be squatting and hiding the thunder thighs. Okay, so when I engage my quads, you're going to notice the knees naturally going to externally rotate, right? So with the external rotation of the knee and quad engagement, that's how I build strength and security in my squat. The second cue are the feet. When I'm at the bottom of my squat, I'm driving through the heel, guys. The heel is my base, and you can even spider grip with the toes. You want to see a little close up? So we've covered spider grip with the hands. This is how you can lock it in a squat. Bam, normal, spider toes. Normal, spider toes. So when I'm driving through the heel, down and back, I can hit the spider toes to lock in my foot, hamstring, quad with the external rotation. God damn, that's a good looking leg. If I come like this, it's going to be difficult to squat. Too wide, it might be uncomfortable. So you're going to have to play around not only with the angle of your foot, but the space in between your heels, right? Guys, I am out of shape from my travel. Did you hear me breathing heavy already? So for me, I'm about right here. That's where bodyweight Nate's comfortable. You'll notice when you're at the bottom of a squat is where you're gonna start to practice where you're comfortable with your feet. So if you want to practice your footing, grab your blocks, place your hands, and then as you lock the mountain pose, find what's comfortable. Remember, you're engaging the quads to externally rotate the knees, which is going to externally rotate the feet. With the hand support, you can find where your feet are most comfortable. Last little part of the intro. Let me know in the comments if this makes sense. A ground squat is a bent leg mountain pose. I'm in a mountain pose. All 4 cues are the same. Ujjayi, relax the jaw. Depression, core compression, posterior pelvic tilt, pelvic floor. So if I come to a bent leg mountain pose, this is a ground squat, a bent leg mountain pose. So I'm still depressed, core compressed, squeezing the glutes for a posterior pelvic tilt to curl the sacrum towards the heels. Pelvic floor is engaged. So when I'm at the bottom of my squat, I have my 4 spine cues active, and now I'm squeezing my quads to externally rotate the knees out. We're going to allow our hips to open for more squatting room, but it's also a more efficient way to develop squat strength. What's next is as I press out, I'm driving through the heels. So it's a dual awareness movement because as I drive through the heels, I have to keep awareness of my depression, core compression, posterior pelvic tilt, pelvic floor, and quads. When I come out, bam, mountain pose. Our cute little intro is over. Let's apply it. We got a stool here. All right, bodyweight, can you just shut up and start the exercises? Start high, guys. So this first exercise, we're just practicing the negatives. That means coming down, okay? That's it. You might need your pole here if you're new. Dad, remember, as I bend the knees in external rotation from quad engagement, I'm locking my 4 mountain cues. You're going to grab onto your pole. Inhale, relax the jaw, catch your ujjayi. Exhale, locking it, come down. Bam. Maestro. Now, locking my posterior pelvic tilt and pressing out is tricky. So when you're first learning the ground squat, especially since we're just doing the negative portion, I want you to lean forward and then press out, okay? Let's do one without the pole. So when you come down and you have to come into hip flexion, meaning the chest comes forward and the hips come back, you're going to come into an anterior pelvic tilt. Why is an anterior pelvic tilt easier than a posterior pelvic tilt? Because we're using the torso to counterbalance the squat. So it requires more strength in a posterior pelvic tilt squat. But as we're first learning, I actually want you guys to have a bit of an anterior pelvic tilt just to start to feel the shape of the squat, okay? Lock the mountain pose, engage the quads, press the heels against the surface. Come down, trying to lock the posterior pelvic tilt as much as you can. Maybe, okay, I'm gonna hit an anterior, it's getting kind of tricky. Okay, I'm here, and then to come out, I want you to come forward for sure, anterior tilt, press out. Well done, lasses and laddies. Yeah, can you cut that part out? It was embarrassing. You got the chair or stool down, guys, bam. Stock the yogi blocks like this. Remember, we're still practicing just coming down. Find the foot stance, okay? Find the 4 cues of the mountain pose. If you want to use the pull, go ahead. I do like the pull, but also, guys, wean off it as fast as possible because I can't measure the amount of newtons my hand is putting on the pull, okay? It's really hard to measure and track your progress by your own grip. Obviously, you're going to use sensation, right? Lighter each time, but it's hard to get specific. So use the pull if necessary. Wean off it fast. Relax the jaw. Ujjayi inhale. Exhale, locking those cues. Come into a slight anterior tilt. We're learning. Bam. Ass is grounded. Lean forward. Press out. Okay, you've been practicing. Now let's do this one, locking more of a posterior pelvic tilt and no pull. Arms in front. Here we go. Nice. Lean forward, press out. Okay, one block. We're still just practicing the negatives. Pull it if you want. Play with the anterior and posterior pelvic tilt coming down. Nice. It's a new depth, so I'm going to lean forward a little bit. Bam. Ground the hips. Inhale. Exhale. Lean forward. Drive out. Okay, you're like, body weight. I've been training, bro. And I'm ready for ass to grass without sass, using brass instead of glass. Let's use the pull on this one, guys. Find the foot stance, 4 mountain cues. Engage the quads for that external rotation. Grab the pull. Okay, locking the 4 cues. Come down. When I have to lean forward a little bit, that's fine. Ooh, maybe you get some strength back here. Woo-hoo! My ass is to the grass without using brass or glass, and I'm having sass. We're at the bottom, guys, so in that intro, let's practice here a little bit. Depress, core, posterior pelvic tilt, right? Activate the glutes to the hip girdle towards the heels. Quads are active for external rotation. I'm pressing through the heels. Okay, remember, secondary awareness. Now I'm driving through the heels, keeping the quads active in external rotation and maintaining my 4 mountain cues. So hold that at the bottom for 3, 2, 1. Now we're gonna lean forward, break the form a bit just to practice and press out. Booyah! I want you to do 3 sets of 6 on whatever progression you're on, guys. So you have the negative down. This is the next step. We're gonna use momentum to practice holding the bottom part of the ground squat. The stronger the bottom is, the easier you're going to transition between coming down and up. Back rolls. We're going to come here, and what you're going to do, we're going to use momentum, okay? Lats to toes, mountain pose, quads, heels. You're going to come up. You're going to use momentum to roll forward. Bam, ground squat. Okay, arms in front. Keep the depression, core compression, posterior pelvic floor. Quads drive through the heels. You're going to hold for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, roll back. Exhale, forward. 3-second hold. 2 sets of 7. Okay, guys? You've got that down. Now we're going to practice coming back up. So coming up, guys, we're going to practice locking that posterior pelvic tilt now, okay? Because that's how you build the strength to press out. Guys, when you use this at your next house party, people are going to be blown away. You're going to be getting free drinks. You're going to be getting chips and salsa. I mean, people are going to be throwing their numbers at you. And they're like, where did you get this wisdom? And you're going to be like, by the way, Nate told me. Maybe. Grab the chair or stool, whatever height is comfortable for you. Okay, we're not going to use the pull coming down, maybe coming up here a little bit. Foot stance, arms in front, mountain pose. Engage the quads, externally rotate the legs, driving through the heels. Relax the jaw. Inhale, Ujjayi, come down. Exhale, you can go ahead and grab the pull here if you want. Remember, because we're locking the posterior pelvic tilt. As I drive through the heels, maintain the pelvic floor, posterior pelvic tilt, core compression, and shoulder depression. as I come up. Lock it out at the top. Here we go. Inhale. Grab, exhale, drive through. Bam. Let's do 2 sets of 6 to 8 on those, okay? 2 blocks. Same cues. Find the foot position. Inhale, relax the jaw, ujjayi, come down. Bam, you hit it here. Grab the pull, exhale. Quads are engaged for that external rotation. Drive through the heels. Lock it up at the top. Let's go again. Inhale, come down. Not using the pull this time. Exhale, drive out. Bam. So try to feel that connection between driving through the heels and maintaining the mountain pose, guys. Remember, the lats lock the entire spine. So that depression is going to give you power in driving through the legs. Same thing, 1 block. Come down. Grab the pull, locking the 4 mountain cues, drive out. Relax the jaw, ujjayi. Inhale, come down. No pull this time. Drive out. Boom. Oh. No, you quiet down, neighbor. Sorry, guys. Grand finale, then we got some extra credit. This is the full body weight Nate style ground squat. Here we go. Inhale, come down. Let's grab the pull. Take a breath or 2 here to reset. Okay, heels, quads, 4 mountain pose. Exhale, drive through the heels, maintaining the external rotation of the quads. 4 mountain cues, especially the posterior. Bam, here. Inhale, come down. No pull, baby. That's it, guys. That's the grand finale. Extra credit time. These are called dead stop holes. So if you're getting comfortable in your ground squat and you really want to start to build the spine and hip flexor strength, this is what's next. Right, progression 2, we used momentum. Whoa, momentum. I need some space. This is how you achieve these, guys. Locking the 4 mountain cues as you ground the hips. Bam, hips are grounded. So what do I do now? Depression to toes. Here, we come up. We're gonna hold for 6. Now when you're here, press, you can even do a little pulse. We can press here, or you can just hold for 6. Make it dynamic or static. 3, 2, 1, drop. Reset the mountain pulse, come through. Hold for 6, or practice presses through the heels, locking the mountain pose. Drop, come up. And come out. By the way, Nate students, thank you so much for watching the ground squat. Keep me updated in the comments how the ground squat's going. And if you have any questions, guys, I'm here to help you. Let me know. Peace, familia.